Let's look at how to write the final report. In Part 1, I'll explain the introductory sections, and in Part 2, I'll talk about how to write strengths and recommendations. Use the format for the cover page included in your assessor materials. Be sure to include the full name of the JSASSP, the name of the school you assessed, and the date of your report. The date is important for schools that will use the JSASSP more than once as a way to check on improvement. Next, include a page for acknowledgments. Once again, there's a format for this page included in your materials. You are encouraged to add the names of funders, people who helped you with your assessment, and others you want to acknowledge. This is a model table of contents for an assessment that included 3 building blocks: leadership, instruction, and professional development. Yours will be different based on the building blocks you have completed. Though it will take some formatting on the part of the writer, the table of contents is important because it will help the readers quickly find what they want when reading and rereading the report. Please notice the 4 sections. Section 1, Introduction. Section 2, the assessment process. Section 3, strengths, recommendations, and scoring sheets for each of the building blocks. And Section 4, appendices. We recommend including the results for all 3 surveys in this last section. You can copy and paste Section 1, which is included in your materials, and include some of the topics I've introduced to you: assessment in Jewish tradition, assumptions embedded in the JSASSP, concepts that can help schools get results, and unpacking the JSASSP, building blocks, components, and rubrics. Now let's look at Section 2, the assessment process. Begin with a brief description of the site visits. The report template will guide you through it. If you'd like to add or change something to strengthen any section of the report, go ahead and do it. The template is provided to give you a framework for writing the report and includes the necessary information for the school. This is the place for you to provide the names of the assessors, name of the school, dates of your site visits, and thank yous to the education director and others who helped you with the assessment. You may also decide to add a sentence that lists the building blocks you scored. Next, provide a brief biography of each assessor. Include assessor's educational experience and educational background, plus work in the Jewish community and other community work. Add other items that demonstrate each assessor's qualification to do the assessment. Explain the document review and include the items the team looked at as part of the assessment. You may choose to list items using bullets or use a paragraph, such as the one included in your materials. Continue with a description of the 3 other forms of data collection you used, including observations, interviews, and surveys. Conclude this section with a description of the school. Start with a brief history, then add a description of the demographics, the school program, and a description of the classroom and overall physical space. In this section, you should add anything important about the school that you will be referencing in your report.